The plan here, or the reason why we're gathered here today, is to acknowledge and appreciate some very great minds who have been able to stand out and prove themselves worthy of being appreciated in different fields. Now, these people that would appreciate today are within the ages of 11 to 25. Um, I don't know how many of us know that annually there's the World Day celebration. Do we all know about this? World S Day. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Sorry about that. S Day. Do we? Are we all aware of this annual celebration? Okay. Okay. But basically, every 22nd of April, the Earth Day is celebrated, and this year, KadaHive Innovation and Tech Hub, in collaboration with Afrikindness and Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation, they put up a competition to to bring out some great minds. And the theme for this year is invest in our earth. So these young minds have been exposed to a certain level of investing. Um, I believe winners have been, they've gone through what they put. Some of the people had different categories. Some were in writing, some wrote poems, stories, essays, and some also worked around pictures. So we have winners, and today we would appreciate them in our own little way. Today is, while we wait for some other guests, we're just trying to make sure that everybody is settled, and in a few minutes, we would officially start. My name is Morpheus Majoridoku. I will moderate today's event. I don't know if we have, are we connected with the other people yet? Do I hear? Okay, we have some people who are virtually here with us today. Okay, I believe that's it. So basically, let me just walk you through a few information about what we're doing here today. So Africanness, teaming up with KadaHive Innovation and Tech Hub, they came up with this competition, and the objective of this competition basically to give creative and innovative minds a platform to share their great ideas or innovative solutions to the challenges that we face in our planet, starting here in Nigeria and bringing it home to Kaduna. This has been on, and like I said, this competition was for people or young minds between 11 and 25 years. The competition was just designed to help the children and young adults become more inquisitive, research oriented, and seek sustainable solutions to the environmental challenges that we have here in the country. I'm sure we see these things happening in our different communities. And like I said, the theme for this year's Earth Day is invest in our planet. So these great minds were tasked to come up with articles. Some, like I said, wrote poems, some wrote stories, some wrote essays, and some pictures. The idea, everything that they were supposed to do or what they were tasked to do was basically around climate change and the effect of climate change, energy conservation, renewable energy, the urgency of it, and foreseeing problems. So while we're here dealing with problems, it's also wise to look into the future, and there might be possible problems might come up. How can we address it before they come up? And if they come up, how do we go about it? All right. So once more, sincere apologies for today. And okay, please, I guess. Please, can we have the CEO for his opening speech so we can get CEO? All right, welcome. This is Councillor Abigail Katung Marshall, elected member in Leeds City Council in UK. So the future of climate is going to talk to us on a few things, but that will be later during the course of the event. While we wait for the CEO for his opening remark, I want to acknowledge each and every one of us. Thank you very much for making our time and being here today. Okay, he's here. All right, please, can we put our hands together for the CEO of KadaHive and Innovation Hub, Mr. Ade Olu.
Thank you so very much. Good morning, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure having you here today. We're most grateful for our special guest of honors here present and those online. We're most grateful for you too for joining us here physically today. And for those of us that are also joining remotely and online from across the world, we're also extremely grateful. The importance of what we're doing here today can really not be overemphasized. It's important that we're able to support the ecosystem for just ensuring that we're including people in the barriers around understanding how to express themselves. So whether it be in poetry, be in graphics design, in whatever way, shape, or form, it's important that we're able to represent that. KadaHive as an entity supports this in various ways. And it's an absolute pleasure to have partnered with Afrikindness on this particular event, this particular activity, to ensure that we're promoting the works of several of the people that participated in this. We're most grateful to our panel of judges and all of the people that participated in ensuring that we got the right quality of people through from this. The applications were incredibly robust, to say the least, and we're really happy with the high level that we got from participations from this. It made it such that selecting the top winners, the first and second and third runner-up were really difficult. But I think it was a really engaging, and productive session. Where it then shows that the quality of those that we have selected or that have come through really then challenges some of the existing narratives that we've had to deal with over a period of time. Some of the difficulties that we experience in our environment as just, Nigerians and Africans are things that we can now start to forge ahead with a lot of hope. Right, we're seeing a lot of narratives coming through from submissions that makes you rethink the idea of the quality of ideas that are coming in from those that have participated. So again, I'd like to just welcome everyone, and as we look forward to going through the entire presentations and looking also through to presenting all of our prizes, we welcome you to also participate with us as we go along. Now, KadaHive over a period of the next 3 to 4 months have a lot of activities that are lined up. Many of them are done in a way that sort of promotes the ingenuity of Nigerians and young people as well. We're focused very strongly on that area, and we encourage people to try to join and come in and join communities in here. There's several communities that are currently in place. Different age groups, different focus areas, be it in graphics design, in web development, software development, robotics, artificial intelligence, and even the emerging areas that we're having now, just a lot of things going on in that space. There are really vibrant communities going on in there. So come and see what community adds value to you as an individual, and then see how that can actually help progress you ahead as well. So again, we're most grateful. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you also for gracing the occasion today. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on quickly, I'd like to invite Miss Bumi Owolabi of Afrikindness for a summary of Earth Day competition. The reason why we're here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just confirm that you can hear me, please? Yes. Okay.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. All protocols respectfully and fully observed. It gives me great pleasure to speak to you this morning, and this award ceremony that we're experiencing today is a culmination of an enormous collective effort from the team both in Nigeria and in the UK. So I would like to say a very thank you to KadaHive Innovation Tech Hub for their support in bringing this all events to where it is today. Thank you very much. And to Hadiza El-Rufai Foundation as well for your support as well. I'll quickly just give you an overview of how it all went. It's no news that as we meet today, the world continues to deal with the effects of global warming, climate change, and environmental issues. Environmental protection is an extremely critical issue that impacts us all, every one of us. So as such, this year, when the Global Earth Day celebration came on board, and it was launched in April, Afrikindness UK and KadaHive Innovation Tech Hub, alongside in collaboration with Hadiza El-Rufai Foundation, we launched the Earth Day writing and poster competition for all Nigerians aged 8 to 25 years old. The reason why we did that, the purpose of the competition was to give creative and young innovative minds the platform to be able to share their great ideas and seek innovative and sustainable solutions to the environmental challenges that we have in Nigeria specifically. It was also an opportunity for students to showcase their literary and creative skills through stories, spoken words, poetry, art posters. We received beautiful art posters and essays that best explain what threatens the Earth's existence and to propose sustainable solutions and ways to address the climate issues that we're having. And I can say categorically that we received beautiful submissions from private and public schools across several states in Nigeria. We have submissions from Kano, from Kaduna, from Lagos, from Ogun State, from Abuja, from Imo, from Enugu, and the list goes on, from Ogun State as well. Yeah, we received submission from several states in the country. And in providing an equitable education and opportunity for every student, whether you're from the private or from the public schools in Nigeria, we did campaigns all across public and private schools, working alongside with established organizations like Teach for Nigeria and EduAid to reach out to students, especially from the under-resourced schools. So I'd like to say a very big thank you for Teach for Nigeria as well as EduAid for their support in ensuring that this competition is well publicized and children and students from across, schools, be it public or private school, had the opportunity to participate. So thank you very much for that. I must say that we received entries, and the entries we received have been very exceptional. We received entries that covered topics like biofuel technology, received entries that cover topics like deforestation, recycling, litter-free environment, ocean-free plastics, and great art posters that also depicts the issues that we're currently facing in our country, in Nigeria. And we didn't stop there. We also invited expert line of judges, 8 of them actually, from both the UK and in Nigeria. And the judges comprised of environmentalists, we had educators, we had industry professionals, and well-known literary educators. And they spent a considerable time, roughly around about a month, looking through all the entries, because we received over 150 entries across board. And they took time reviewing and assessing all the submitted entries. They actually expressed joy in the excellent work that was presented by all the entrants and also provided feedbacks based on their assessments to help students improve their literary and artistic skills. And that's one of the benefits that we are showcasing. We're not just putting out the competition out there for students to just send in their entries. Our judges also took time out to provide feedbacks that would help the students improve on their literary skills and their artistic skills as well, which was quite good. So today, I'd like to say a massive thank you and a massive well done to all the students who participated in the writing and poster competition. Congratulations to you all. The prize and awards for the winners ranges from cash prizes. We also have 3 months art workshop with Already Art Academy. It's an established art institution in Lagos, Nigeria, and they're doing amazing work in educating and supporting children and actually adults in developing their artistic skills. So the winners of today will be having 3 months workshop, which is starting in September for the next 3 months, free. The award is worth over 60,000 naira, and the winners today will be having that free session with Already Art professionals from Already Art Academy. We also have a creative writing workshop, which also sponsored by Narrative Landscape Press. Narrative Landscape Press is a publishing institution in Lagos, Nigeria as well. So the winners of today will be having sessions, creative writing workshops with Narrative Landscape Press. We didn't stop there. For the senior category, we have opportunity to be mentored, which we think is an essential tool to supporting the younger generation of students. So they will be having a 1-year mentoring session with industry professionals. And I mean industry professionals from across organizations like Shell and HR organizations, both in the UK and in Nigeria. So the winners would also have a 1-year mentoring session with professionals across the UK and Nigeria. And we also have a CV transition workshop to support the senior category in reviewing their CVs and preparing them for the industry market. So that's also an addition in terms of the prizes and awards that will be presented today. So I'd like to round up by saying to our judges and mentors, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. To our partners, Already Art Academy, Hadiza El-Rufai Foundation, Narrative Landscape Press, many thanks for your partnership and awards. I'll conclude by saying climate change and literary education is very important. It's more important now than ever. Understanding the causes and effects of climate change is the first step in shifting mindset and establishing new ways of limiting these impacts, and also engaging the younger generation in the most fun-filled and impactful ways requires the support of every one of us. So let's continue to make the difference. We're not stopping here for this year alone. We're going to continue this Ed Day competition next year, and we hope to see every one of you again next year. Thank you very much. And that's it from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'd like to run us through some just little detail of the judges for this competition. So the first judge that we have, Gideon Ogunfeyimi, I believe. I hope I pronounced that right. He's an award-winning teacher. Gideon is a certified and seasoned educator with over 6 years of experience facilitating learning at primary and secondary school levels in the private and public schools across Lagos, Ogun, and Ondo State. His passion for education, leadership, and development inspired him to join the Tech for Nigeria Fellowship. He's also a community manager with a mentor and African Child Initiative. They set up an idealization hub in the school where pupils are taught digital skills and have reached over 1,000 pupils beyond the school. Gideon is also a co-founder of Empower Her, an initiative that empowers local women with financial literacy, skills acquisition, and micro grants. That's one of the judges. Another judge is Sophia Ovolen. She's highly skilled and experienced UK-trained school teacher and educator with a proven track record of success in promoting and overseeing creative and purposeful teaching and learning in diverse primary settings in the UK as well as here in Nigeria. She has over 15 years of outstanding teaching experience in the UK. She's also a recipient of the OLEVI Outstanding Teacher Certification and is a fellow of the Chartered College of Teaching in the United Kingdom. She's the deputy head teacher at Edinburgh Primary School in UK, the founder of the consulting firm Oak High Education, and the founder of the Creative Writing Academy, which is an online school for children writers, editors, and cool magazine. Another of the judge, his name is Mr. Salim Yunusa. He is a freelance journalist, bilingual writer, and translator. He's the founder of Poetic Wednesdays Initiative, a literary organization that promotes literature and literary activities in the northern part of the country. Several of his creative pieces have been published by Daily Trust, Asiro Magazine, The Art Muse Fair, PIN, Blueprint, and Northern Life, as well as Tribesmen Review, Writer Space, Design World Magazine, The Campus Watch, and several anthologies. He was a finalist for Michael Afenfia and TVO Tribe competition. He was shortlisted for the 2020 Armenia Trust Hausa Short Story Competition. He's also one of the judges for the Hadiza El-Rufai Short Story Prize of the Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation, which happened last year, 2001. He was also the judge for the Intellectual Essay Competition, Students Intellectual Club, Yobe State University. Another judge, Oluwaseyi Akimumi, is a social entrepreneur and a passionate climate change activist in Nigeria. He's the founder of the Future Savers Sustainable Development Initiative, a climate education and advocacy organization based here in the country. She is a clean energy and biodiversity activist in the country. His zeal for sustainable environment that can produce clean and renewable sources of energy led to his passion for climate change activism. Another judge, Princess Onwuka, a passionate educator and safeguarding expert at Children International School in Lagos, a Microsoft certified educator and creative writer. She has worked with public and private organizations in both teaching and administrative capacities. She is well certified in child protection and safeguarding by TES Global and is also a leading voice for educational reform and innovation. We have Mr. Eugene Yakubu. Excuse me. Mr. Eugene Yakubu is an alumni of Adichie Purple Hibiscus Creative Writing Workshop. He has been shortlisted for the Gerald Crack Prize, Writism Kofi Ado Prize for Creative Nonfiction and Goethe Institute, the Hooser Prize Writing Gender Residency. He is the founder of the Understory Project, a Kaduna-based non-profit organization that works with marginalized communities and covers stories that are at risk of erasure. He is currently the Program Creative Officer at Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation, YELF, where he curates and organizes art and creative writing programs in northern Nigeria. And the last judge is Zara Yunusa. She's a driven tech enthusiast who has kept interest in sustainable development with over 6 years of experience implementing research initiatives. She has successfully executed complex projects that promote excellence in the public and in the private sectors. Zara possesses excellent leadership skills, believes that the public sector can be more efficient by providing robust, innovative, and forward-thinking solutions. She is a Kashim Ibrahim Fellowship alumni and currently the Chief Operations Manager at the Roundstone Consulting and Customer Experience level. Please, can we put our hands together for our judges? We also have some mentors. First mentor here is Abdul Rahman Mijin Yawa. He's currently the asset manager for Shell Nigeria East Asset. He oversees the organization that delivers more than half of Nigeria's export of gas supplies, some 5% of its oil production, and a domestic gas value chain that can meet more than 10% of the country's national power generation requirements. His career to date has seen him work across the entire value chain of the Nigerian upstream oil and gas industry, from oil and gas field development, medium and long-term strategy, and portfolio planning to new business development with a focus on Nigerian content. He has also spent time in the Netherlands studying approaches for extending the economic life of Nigeria's onshore oil and gas assets. All right, can we appreciate him? I believe he's here today. Okay, we have another mentor, Dr. Femi Omoni. Okay, is the Net Zero Hub Manager at West Yorkshire Combined Authority in the UK. He also serves on the executive board of Association of Black and Minority Engineers in the UK, where he volunteers as the lead of its mentoring program. The organization has a two-tier industry mentor protege program working with the university, college students, and professionals to provide young underrepresented talent with positive role models and mentors they need to thrive in the engineering industry. We have Ngozi Adeleke, who has over 16 years, yeah, I believe that's her, of a multifaceted experience in the energy industry, working with Shell PLC both locally and internationally. Her experience spans asset management, surface production, operation engineering, project delivery, hydrocarbon portfolio management, and optimization. She led the commissioning of the South Swamp Associated Gas Gathering Facilities, the SPDC's foremost domestic gas aggregation project, to ramp up the gas production to optimum capacity within 12 months of its operation. She's highly passionate about building up high performing teams and is a great advocate of coaching and creating safe systems to work in. The last mentor we have here is Linda Uneze, okay, a certified transformational coach, a certified human resource practitioner, a leader and facilitator specializing in turning concept into profitable company strategies for optimal productivity. Her transformational approach brings awareness, direction, and positive support to her clients. Linda is a passionate person who is about helping people become the best version of themselves. In this regard, has coached and mentored business leaders, youths, and individuals who had an interest to challenge the status quo. She is the managing partner and the co-founder of Maurice Zandro Solutions, a HR consulting firm with clients such as General Electric Healthcare, VFD Group, Nest Oil, African Capital Alliance, ADAX, Transcorp Group, Energy Quest, Genesis Group, Obasanjo Farms, and others. Before joining Maurice Zandro Solutions, she worked with Environmental Accord, an environment and sustainability company, as the human resource manager, as well as MTN Nigeria in the finance department. Please, can we appreciate our mentors? Okay, so at this point, we'd like to go over to, I hope Mrs. Oluwaseun Akinwumi, the founder of Future Savers Sustainable Development Initiative. It's not live yet. Okay, do we have? He's live now? Okay, so.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon to everybody. All protocol duly observed. My name is Sheyi Akiwumi. I'm the founder of Future Savers, and thank you for the introduction. I consider this as an opportunity and a privilege to be a judge, during this competition. I hope you can hear me because I'm just outside, and I just hope it's very audible. Perfect. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate the organizers of the event and for the opportunity given to me to be able to serve as, a judge. personally, it was a learning experience for me. I think I spent about 3 or 4 days trying to vet this entries and try to mark. It's like I became a teacher actually, trying to, but I got inspired a lot because it gave me a moment to slow down and to be more responsible actually as a person. I have my daily job, but during this time I had to volunteer and I took my time to slow down because I realized that I needed to come down to the level of these kids. And I gain a lot of things when it comes to how smart they are and how intelligent. And I also realized that if most of them can get the right guidance, like what this organization is doing, Afrikindness, I believe that they become stars. Most of them are raw goods, and if they're being discovered by programs like this, I believe that they can be great guys and great kids actually. The program actually exposed the kids to using their talents, their creativity, their inner superpower, to express themselves. I think one of the major problems we have here in Africa is that not embracing children to, in expressing their talents, in expressing their God-given talents, actually. And most of them have this embedded gift in them. And then if they have the platform to be able to express themselves and also to be able to, you know, that freedom to express themselves, you will see that a lot of societal issues will be solved. I believe so much in climate education, and I believe that the younger generations, they contributed nothing probably to the climate crisis that we're experiencing around the world today, or let's say in Africa. And that unfortunately, the reality is they will be the ones to suffer the most if we don't take action now, you know. And it's quite disheartening that we are probably not going to be living a planet that is going to be livable and habitable for them. And that's actually what, that's the passion that I put into this. And if you want to solve climate change, you need to, take climate education very important, because they are the ones who face the brunt of climate change. And then you need to teach them adaptive skills, and that is what we're doing, like adaptive skills, to be able to strengthen them and to prepare them for the warming world. I believe it is morally wrong to deny this kid the right to know the truth about climate change. Climate change is a reality of Africans, of Nigerians now. But I believe that if they are exposed to it gradually, to know that this is real, this is something that is going to affect you, but then these are the skills that you can learn. This is how you can, be involved. And then you will see that they will be bringing solutions, because they will be the one to face it. Most of us will probably going to help them to create a platform. But creating such platform will help to equip them, to give them the right skills and the right mindset and the right skill set actually, to be able to adapt, to create solutions, and to also be climate activists at the early stage of their lives. And that is what I really learned. There are fantastic storytelling. There are good arts, submission, poetry. I've always been a lover of poems. I write poems myself, and it actually brought me back to when I was still very young, and I write poems a lot. Yeah, and now you can see them using their power, their smartness, their intelligence, to be able to, be creative, more creative, by observing their environment. Most of them created abstract stories, fictions and non-fictions actually. To be able to tell stories about the environment, you feel so close to them, and then you realize that these children actually know what is happening. Actually, most of them know the solution. They know the importance of tree planting. They know that indiscriminate disposal of waste is bad. And then if you give them that platform, I believe that they can do better. But one problem we have in Africa is that most of the older generations, we don't live by example, right? And that is, they are looking at us when we throw plastic bottles. They will also do the same. When we cut trees, they will also do the same. So I think what I learned at the end of the day is that as we are trying to create the platform for them, we should lead by example, and then we should give them education. And one very important thing is, I know that there are government officials right here on this call, that we should take climate curriculum, climate education, very, very important, and introduce climate education into the curriculum of these schools, and also to mandate every schools to make greenery a part of their community, a part of their schools society. Many schools in Lagos, I live in Lagos, and many schools in Lagos, you see that they are all cemented floors. I don't know how that is beautiful. I don't know how that is sophisticated, but I mean, it's a trend. But any person who wants to start a school in Nigeria must start a school in a conducive environment where trees can be planted, where flowers can be planted. This is where these particles can be introduced to these children. I don't really want to take too much of of your time, but I want to say that this is a fantastic project, and I only hope that it's going to be expanded and people will catch the initiative. This is what I've been doing with my organization, going to schools and making sure that we propagate climate education and involve these children in climate discussion solutions, and helping them to create solutions for the environment and making them involved in the conversation when it comes to climate solutions. Thank you so much, the organizers. Thank you for the listeners. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, before I call up the next judge who is already here, I would love to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Usman Hayatu from Hadiza El-Rufai Foundation. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for being here today. Also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of a great woman who does little talking, but when she walks, she makes some really big moves. In the person of Saudi Atoyebi, please, a round of applause for her. All right, so I'd like to call up the next judge for Mr. Salim Yunusa, the founder of Poetic Wednesdays Initiative. I believe he's here. Yes, please. Thank you very much. A round of applause for him.
So, good morning, everyone. I don't know why I was made to speak, but maybe I have one or two things to say. So it was really a great pleasure for us all to judge this competition. We received many great entries. I think the most important thing that we take away from this whole exercise is that we are awakening the minds of young people towards this, climate change, which is affecting not just Nigeria but the whole world. And you said I should talk about my experience. It was really great because we had a brainstorming session with the other guests, and we were so amazed with the entries. There was a point in time that we were actually even thinking, did these kids really write these stories and these poems and they paint this, or an adult did that? Because they were really amazing. And I just know that all the winners that are going to be presented here today are worth it. And I just hope that KadaHive and other organizations will key in and do more together to awaken the minds of people towards climate change, and not just public schools, not just private schools, but public schools at large. So let's do more together and see that we awaken the literary talents in our young people, and also do more to save the world. Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll go quickly to Sophia O'Vollen, the deputy head teacher at Edinburgh Primary School, UK. I believe she's connected. In the meantime, please be kind to share. I think this is on all platforms: KadaHive, Facebook, Instagram. Yes, so she's here.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome.
Good morning. No, it's not good morning. It's good afternoon. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Sophia O'Vollen, and I'm quite excited to be able to join in this morning. Just want to say massive thank you to Afrikindness, Bumi Owolabi, and the entire team. Thank you for having me as a judge. It was an exciting experience to be able to read the entries that came through. I've been a teacher for a while, and I have read a lot, in terms of children's work and things like that. And I think I just want to say the quality of what came through and the enthusiasm and the passion of the writers, was quite clear to see. And that's something that's really lovely to see, because I'm originally from Nigeria, and where, although I live in the UK and people talk about climate change and the rest of it, I never really thought that it was something that was that apparent in Nigeria, because it's not all over the news like it is here. So it was quite nice to see young people talking about what they could do to make an impact in the environment, and suggest changes, and talk about how it affects them and affects their communities. So that was really lovely to see. I just want to say congratulations to those that have won prizes today. I hope you take full advantage of it, because you never know where this might lead you to in the future. Thank you to the sponsors, and I look forward to next year, where we have even more entries and we'll be able to make more impact. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so we're done. We've heard from the judges. It's only right we hear from the mentors. The first mentor will be hearing from. What about Abdul? Is he on? Okay, so he's not on too. All right, so we have Ngozi Adeleke, the head of asset management pipelines, Shell Nigeria. Welcome, Ma, and thank you for being here.
All right, thank you very much. Please, can you confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Right, thank you. Good morning, everybody. And it really is a pleasure and a privilege to be with you in this August occasion. Okay, it's literally August, right? I'm just really, I have been enthused since the Earth Day, the competition started by Afrikindness, and listening and hearing of how people have written, and how the literary skills and talents in Nigeria is being nurtured by simple things like Afrikindness, and it's really encouraging. It's really great. So I just simply want to just talk about mentoring, which is one of the things which we're going to be doing and taking on for those who have been successful and have won in this particular competition. I'm not going to give us maybe a long boring speech of mentoring, what it is. I'll just tell you my own personal story and the reason why mentoring is important and why it helps you make the right decisions and become somebody tangible in life. So where I work, it's an international organization. There are lots of challenges. You face lots of issues. At a time when I was in the Netherlands, I had cause to be in the Netherlands. And then I had an issue with a colleague who isn't, a Caucasian colleague. And at that time, I had a female mentor, and we used to have conversations, and she would just tell me life stories, give me life examples, encourage me. I go and I ask questions, and she was very helpful. And so at that time, I went to meet her and said, hey, I have this issue. I'm the only Black person in that team. What do I do? And then she didn't tell me what to do. She just told me, she gave me her own life experience, which is really what mentors do. They listen to you, and they, rather than trying to tell you exactly what to do, rather than handhold you, they encourage you and help to give you insights with life experiences, hopefully that you're able to build on and make better. And here was something she told me to do. She said, look, you're in Europe, and Europe is very much different from what I know you experience in Africa, in Nigeria, to be exact. And she told me, go and write down what it is you want to say to this colleague. Write it down, and then actually book a meeting and have that meeting with him. And then you would see there is a difference. And I did that. And you know what? It changed the tempo. It changed it changed everything. A different sort of respect began to come. Why? Because I was mentored. Somebody had given me advice, and she gave me her own story of something similar that happened to her. And she said I was somebody else who also a mentor of hers who told her, go write this thing down. And that's what I did. And it changed the story entirely. And I've used this story and taken it in my own life now. Whenever I'm preparing for something really serious, or, I have lots of thoughts, ideas going through my head, I calm down and I say, I'm going to write down so I can properly articulate what the issues are, properly articulate myself. And from there, I find that I'm a better communicator because of that, and I'm able to tell and pass on my messages much more succinctly. Why? Because I learned that from a mentor. Another thing happened, I think some 2-3 years ago. So when I did get back, the role I was hoping to get, I didn't get it. Rather, I got another one, and it maybe had to do a bit of maybe personality differences with whoever was the boss then. And then I remember feeling, I was like, oh, this is not fair. I've got a family, I've got young kids. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be in another kind of job. And then another mentor told me, and so mentoring is not about, like I'll say it again, it's not about telling you what to do, but it's about equipping you with life skills that make you rise to the top. And then he made a statement. He says, what happens to the palm tree when there is a hurricane? And simply, he told me the palm tree will bend over and let the hurricane pass. And when the hurricane passes, the palm tree stands right up again. And he said, Ngozi, you are resilient. You have what it takes to make it. We know what you are. We know what you can do. He says, but I want you to be like the palm tree. You're resilient. Go down. Go to that place. Stay there. Keep your roots down. Keep doing what you're doing. And then when this storm passes, you will rise up and you will stand tall again. And I tell you, everyone, that is exactly what happened. When that storm passed, I was able to commission a gas plant. I was one of the first women to do that. I led a team of over 300 men. I was with them. When I left, they kept calling me an inspiring leader that led with authenticity and with her mind intact. And I think I look back and I say, if I had not been mentored, I wouldn't have been able to do all this. So I'm hoping and I'm looking forward to mentoring people, to, getting them and telling them from my own life experiences. And hopefully I'll be able to teach 1 or 2 people along the way to their way to greatness. So thank you very much. And I hope you will be as excited to get mentored just with these same stories I've told you to. Thank you very much. Go back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so now I would like to invite one of the partners from Orode Art Academy, Miss Blessing Omodara. I believe we have her connected. She's not connected. Okay. Okay. One of the mentors is finally online. Welcome, Mr. Abdulrahman Mijanyawa. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, good morning. You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
No, thanks. And I've been with you since the beginning, so I've been following very keenly. And it's been really inspiring listening to all the speakers. All protocol duly observed. My name is Abdurrahman Mijinyo, and I think being already introduced. It's a real pleasure to get the opportunity to engage with Afrikindness and the other organizations behind this noble initiative. For me to continue to fulfill one of my passions, which is around access to quality education. In one of my other lives, I'm an ambassador for Teach for Nigeria, which some of you might know believes that one day every Nigerian child will have access to excellent education. So it's one of my passions, and this is a great opportunity as well to hopefully make some positive impression on the next generation. Ngozi has said quite a lot. The judges have also said quite a lot. So I would just maybe add a few things in the interest of time as well. I believe part of the challenges, part of the reasons behind some of the challenges we see in our country today, Nigeria, is due to a dearth of mentorship, leadership mentorship, which has impacted the quality of leaders that we produce. So this initiative, hopefully, it's one of the ones that will help to bridge that gap. And some of the shortcomings we have today, hopefully we can minimize those in the future, with these great minds that we are nurturing. It's also quite, I think, interesting and a nice coincidence for me that almost 30 years ago now, in 1993, I remember being driven from my high school in Offa, Kwara State, as a teenager, all the way to Lagos, and to the Nigeria Conservation Fund in Lekki. My first time being there at the time, it was a very virgin area. And the occasion was for me to go and receive a national award for an essay I wrote on sustainability, sponsored then by, ironically, the company I currently work with, Shell. It was my first real experience and exposure with sustainability. And I always tell people that I'll probably never have had the opportunity or the privilege of receiving that award if not for a lady called Miss Grosvalds, who was my English teacher and also at the time our environmental and sustainability coach in my high school. She was the single most important reason why I was inspired to write that essay. I still have a copy of it. And 30 years later, I am managing one of the biggest oil and gas assets in Nigeria, which has a significant role to play in emissions management. You can see how the dots are connected. So mentoring is something that I enjoy, I engage with regularly. I look forward to engaging with the young folks here, sharing with them one or two of my experiences and guiding them to unlocking their potential. As has been mentioned, mentoring is not necessarily about telling people what to do. It's about providing guide rails, providing a mirror, providing reflections, providing perspective, so that you unlock, the mentees' creative potential, and they can soar, to the highest possible level that they're able to. So I would like to thank everyone for being here. I would like to thank the organizers for considering me and providing me with this opportunity. And I very much look forward to engaging with the mentees and making that contribution towards fulfilling their potential, but also enabling them to support our society in fulfilling its own potential. Thank you, and back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Abdulrahman Mijinya. Do we have Ms. Blessing Omodara from Already Art Academy? She's not connected. What about Ms. Anwuli Ojogu? Is she here? So let's hear from the partners, and it's from Narrative Landscape Press. Okay, so that we won't waste any time. Next on the agenda, we have a speech by Mr. Eugene Yakubu on the great work done by Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation. Mr. Eugene, do we have him here? All right, please, let's put our hands together for Mr. Eugene Yakubu. He's here to enlighten us on the great work done by the Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation.
Thank you very much, and a very good morning to everyone. My name is Usman Aliyu Hayatu, and I'm here to stand for our creative director at YELF, Mr. Eugene Yakubu, who is unavoidably absent, attending another engagement of YELF. I would like to first of all relay his apologies and regrets of not being here, and also his regards and best wishes for everyone. I'm here to talk about what we do at YELF. You know, we speakers usually have a punchline that we keep whenever we are called to speak. I had this, but I think Mrs. Ngozi Adilike was also thinking in the like direction, and she has taken my punchline, which was, you know, being very thankful for being part of this literally August gathering. For that, I'll just like to go direct into the YELF speech. So, according to the World Bank statistic of 2010, in Nigeria, we had over 40% of the women population being illiterate. And also in the same year, the National Bureau of Statistics gave another information that we had a very low reading culture in the country, and most of the people who cannot read for comprehension are found in the northern part of this country, which Kaduna is a part of. Then, very sadly, in 2011, architect Hadiza El-Rufai lost her daughter Yasmin, and the combination of these three events, you know, gave birth to the conception of the Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation, which was founded by the architect in 2013 and came into full operation in 2017. So at YELF, we have two programs that we run. One is the creative writing program, and the second one is the women literacy program. At the creative writing program, we engage young people, mostly within between the ages of 12 and 17, to mentor them and reawaken the spirit of reading, creativity, and things in that line. So, as you know, solve the dying spirit of reading that we are witnessing in the society. We have a set of activities. We engage these children in training, mentorship. We have established creative writing clubs across secondary schools in Kaduna, where we have instructors and run routine activities with these children who are interested in creativity and writing. Then in foundation, that's within the foundation, we also have certain activities that we run, which includes the Young Mentorship Initiative. So we select some certain young people from both our creative writing clubs and general public, where we have them in the foundation and attach them to mentors who are mostly accomplished writers. So they go through a phase of mentorship and develop their skills and talents. Apart from that, we also have a Bostel Training Institute initiative. For those of us in Kaduna, some may know Bostel. Bostel is an institute, an extension of the Nigerian Correctional Service, which is there for young people, mostly under the age of 18. So these children are secluded, and we went in there, you know, to establish a creative writing club where we have, in line with the activities of the institution, we have our own creative writing club mentoring these people, same as we do the conventional students outside. Just as we are speaking today, Mr. Eugene Yakubu is there overseeing the creative writing workshop that we are doing at Bostel Institute. We also have, under the same initiative, creative writing workshop in the foundation. So this is broader than the young mentorship initiative that we do. we have more people accommodated, more young people cut across secondary schools in the state, and others who are interested that fall within the age range we are covering. We have them for certain number of days or weeks under this workshop, and they come out with very beautiful works. Then, still under the creative writing program, we run some routine programs. We have, first of all, the book club, Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation Book Club, which for each month, we have memberships. So for each month, we select a book to read. This is open to the general public, be it young people and the older ones. We select a book. When we read it at the end of the month, every third Saturday or second to the last Saturday of the month, we converge at the foundation to review and give critiques about the book. Then another routine activity we do, still under the creative writing program, is the literary evening. So on this is more entertaining. We converge the general public, the members of the book club, and everyone. We invite a guest artist who could be an author, a sculptor, a painter, and any form of art that we know. So we recognize these people, we invite them over to the event, we discuss their work, we ask questions, more of publicizing them and also giving other people the opportunity to hear from them and learn how they tread to that position that they are. At that same event, we have an entertainment part where we invite a guest performer who could be a musician, a guitarist, and the rest of other entertainment we have in the art. They also come. We mostly consider upcoming artists who come, display their arts, and people get entertained. Still at the same event, we have the open mic session. Now, this is for the general audience who grace our literary evenings. You have a talent, poetry, music, whatever you want to display, you get the opportunity. I think we have at least 10 people come and display their arts in the open mic. So it used to be a very, very interesting event every last Saturday of the month, and many people have made it a date. Then under the second program, which is the Women Literacy Program, the conventional society, especially of the northern Nigeria, we see women who for one reason or the other had to give up schooling at a point in their lives. So for this, we recognize these people, and we had a range that between the ages of 13 and 30, those women who fall within this and have had a level of education not beyond the secondary level before they left school, we accommodate them and see how to awaken their spirit, be it married women, unmarried, everyone who falls within this age range. So they come, we train them through this basic literacy and numeracy skills and an extension of IT aspect of the training in collaboration with the CAD ICT Hub here in Kaduna. So when they come, we train them for a year or a little bit beyond a year. They graduate, and we hopefully, have them further their education. Then under this initiative, we also have so many prizes that we collaborate with partners and sponsors, to do. For example, the Hadiza El-Rufai short story prizes for children, the Professor Andrew Enoch Poetry Prize for children also, and the Hafsat Abdulwahid Women's Short Story Prizes. So we have these things, and people can participate and win a lot of prizes just in a similar manner to what we are celebrating today. Then generally, our foundation is also very beautiful, It has similar features to this place. I was very impressed when I came. The KadaHive has a very beautiful environment, and this is similar to what we have at Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation. We have a library which has the traditional form where we have more than 5,000 books stocked on shelves, and we have the section of the library where we have millions of documents in forms of articles, books, video and audio documentaries that are available for all users. And the most amazing part is that all these facilities we have at the foundation are absolutely free and open for everyone in the public. So we have recorded many successes over the years. We have seen people come to our literary evening, who could never take on the stage, have been writing. We have seen those people found comfort and security and took the mic at our events, performed poetry and go beyond, that level that they started. We have had people who we featured in our artist of the month, go as far as being published authors. We have had women from our women literacy program like Mama Abba who have made a lot of effort to see that they have furthered their education up to the tertiary level. So we have this many successes, but one that I must mention is our partnership with organizations like the KadaHive to promote things that we love to do at HEALF, things like this, and we are very happy as partners with the work that KadaHive is doing, and we are very honored to be part of what is happening today. In conclusion, I would like to extend on behalf of architect Hadiza El-Rufai and everyone at HEALF a form of invitation to everyone to come and enjoy the range of activities and beautiful facilities that we have at Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I think up next we would have a display of some of the art posters. These are some of the posters, some of the entries from the competition. Wow. All right. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for these young minds. From the information reaching us, all of them are within the ages of 11 to 25. Okay. So next, we'd like to hear from the councillor, Abigail Cartoon Marshall, an elected member in Leeds City Council in the UK. She's here. She's going to speak to us on the future of climate and literary education in shaping the youth of tomorrow and the UK-Nigerian collaboration. Once more, please put our hands together for Councillor Abigail. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A very good afternoon to each and every one of you. Abigail Marshall Katung is my name, as you have just been told. I am an elected member in Leeds City Council. I am from Kaduna State, so I am really, really proud to be amongst you today. I was born in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So I had my primary education in Zaria and my university education, my first degree, where I had a bachelor in business education. It's really, really good to hear about all the collaboration, and all the good work that KadaHive have been doing. Special thanks to Afrikindness, who have invited me to speak today. I met Afrikindness sometimes, I believe it's in January of 2021, thanks to Bumi in the UK, where a group of very young children, all under, I am very sure most of them were under 11 years old, and what they were doing is walking to raise funds and send to underprivileged children for education in Nigeria, and that really touched me. I accepted this invitation today because it was to do with young people. Now, lots of us were not born adults, okay? We all were very young at some point. And for me, as a mother, I've got 18-year-old twin boys, so I understand the impact of education, literary education, and what climate change has got to play in our lives today. And I did not hesitate to take on that invitation. And coincidentally, I'm also in Nigeria on holidays. So I said, when I got the invitation, I said, I would be here in person to meet each and every one of you. So huge well done to all the participants who have taken part in the Earth Day writing. We all can make change by just taking that one step. The fact that so many of you, depending on where you've come from, I've been told by Bumi that the writing and the participants have been from different states in the country, including my own home state, Kaduna. Of course, I will be vying for those from Kaduna State because I am partial. That's my home state. And I am hoping that lots of you will do well. But congratulations in advance to all of you who have written. Now, the gentleman who's just spoken now said a lot about education and Northern women in education. I am a very, very huge passionate person when it comes to education. Education exposes you to so many opportunities in the world. I was elected the first African in 126 years to represent in my council in England. And I'm telling you that because it is possible. If you believe in yourself and you know you can, one of the most intelligent and brilliant, resilient people that I know in this life are Nigerians. But all we need is that education. As a Northern woman, we are simply exceptional. All we need to have is that opportunity. It breaks my heart to see that the least literacy rate in the country is Northern women, when I know that we are very able. So you're all here today. It's all about knowing what you can do. We keep talking about climate change. I mean, who knows Greta here? How many of you know Greta, the German girl? Just put your hands up if you know of Greta. How many of you know of Greta? Okay, if you leave this place today, I want you to Google her name. As young as she is, I mean, she started from about, 13, 14, campaigning and being an activist on climate change. There are so many things when it comes to climate change that as young as you are right now, you're not able to change. It takes a lot in terms of making the changes that we need to see, but it can start from you. Being an activist and speaking about what is right is what you must do as a young person. If God has blessed you with a voice, please make sure you use it. So lots of you I've seen some of the posters up there. You have used your writing skills, your poetry skills, your artistic skills to be able to tell why climate change is very important, why we need to plant trees, why we need recycling, why we need to make sure we have plants, and we're talking about sustainability, we're talking about food. So all of these things impact on climate change. What is most important as well is your health. How many of you know that your health is your wealth? How many of you know that? If you know that your health is your wealth, put your hands up. Absolutely. You can have all the money in the world, but without good health, all that you have is pointless. So I am here to encourage you as you grow up trying to educate yourself. Climate starts from yourself. Of course, we need the government. In fact, the World Bank Index tells us that Nigeria is in the top 10 most vulnerable country when it comes to pollution, when it comes to climate change. And obviously, there are so many factors to it and causes of it. First of all, we are huge when it comes to population. With over 200 million people population, you can understand why. Poverty, you can understand why, you can see in terms of erosion, you can see flooding. We have a lot that needs to be done in our country, but we have started. I have been reading up on in terms of new map and the environmental impact and partnerships that Nigeria is getting into, which I don't need to bore all of you. But what I am here to encourage and tell you all today is climate change is real. Invest in your planet. As little as where you are, we start talking about cycling instead of driving, walking. There are if you don't have to drive your car to a little distance, walk. I know we do have the challenges of insecurity in this country. So where I come from, I've been in England for over 20 years, and there's a very clear difference between where I live and my home country. And I come back to my home country and I bleed when I see what is going on, because we cannot even compare. But even with all the advancement that we have in England, in the United Kingdom, they are still making a conscious effort to battle climate change. Recycling. So when we have bins, here, everybody throws everything into the same bin. You throw wasted food, you throw bad food, you throw plastics, you throw paper, everything goes into one bin. Now, education starts by letting you know that we can have different bins for different dirt so that we can recycle and make sure we have good energy and clean energy, and we're living a safe life. Where you have paper and cardboard, you should have a different bin for it so that it is recycled. Where you have plastics as well, it's recycled. And then when you have ordinary, like dirty food and crumbs and bones, all of those things are all differently treated, and that's where we start. We're talking about cars. We have cars in this country that are still on the road since 1900. So talk about the emissions that are coming from that, because when you start talking about climate change and you're talking about the carbon footprint and all of those things, in the UK, there are certain emissions. The older your car, the more you pay on your tax. And that is because all of that is being used and put back into the system to look after each and every one of us. So there are so many things that need to change. But as young people, you've got the voice. We have what we call Extinction Rebellion. They are a group of and I'm not kidding you, most of them are under 20 years old in the UK. They slept across the airports. Heathrow Airport is one of the biggest airports in the UK, and they were protesting on extension of the whole of the runway of the airport, because they believe the bigger the airport, the more planes and the more pollution. So as a young person, you have a voice. You need to come together because you are our future. What we are today is what we expect you to be tomorrow. We're playing our part now as adults, but tomorrow is not in our hands. And we look at each and every one of you as the future. Education is key. The ideas that young Nigerians come up with is simply amazing. But it takes each and every one of us here today seated to make that conscious effort to be something different. My father died in 1999, just after I finished my first degree. He taught me 3 things. Always expect the unexpected. Life isn't fair, but with determination and hard work, that will be the key to your success. So I'm here to challenge each and every one of you here today to ensure that you live the life that you expect to live, okay? Put your heads down, study, education, writing, poetry, poems, singing, dancing, whatever you feel you're best at doing, give it your very best. We have lots of different collaborations between the UK and Nigeria in terms of environmental issues, which is what we expect the state governments and the national government to take up. That is not your part to play here today. Your part is to be aware of what climate change is and what effect it has on each and every one of us. pollution, it spoils your breathing. We have lots of asthmatic people going all about the place, and they do not know why they've got asthma. It's down to the pollution of the area. The old cars that we have running around the place, we've heard of hybrid cars, we've heard of electric cars. These are all things that the Western countries are using to combat climate change. So, to each and every one of you here, thank you very much for inviting me. And to all the mentors, to all the judges, to all the participants who have been here today, I wish you every good luck. And please do not forget that the education and everything you're learning today, it may not pay off today, but it will definitely pay up someday. So stay focused, stay resilient, and please make sure you use your voice in whatever way God has blessed you with it, whether in writing, whether in your speeches, but make sure you do something. Just saying isn't good enough. Let it be in your deeds and not just in your words. So from me, I just want to say thank you very much and wish each and every one of you every good luck. Thank you.
Right. So while we wait for the arrival of the wife of the governor, I'd like to call on Miss Sim. She's here from KadaHive to talk a bit about KadaHive, what they do, what they've done, and what they hope on doing. Please, a round of applause for Sim.
Hello, everyone. I am Sim Emmanuel, and I am the programs manager here at KadaHive Hub. So we actually have courses, tech courses that we do. Currently, we have motion graphics, web development, content writing. What should I call this? Yeah, and UI UX. And we're having our graduation next week, Wednesday. And after that, we're actually going to have another set of courses: videography, SQL, PHP, and cybersecurity. So you guys can all register. Have you guys followed us on our social media, please? Please do well to do so. KadaHive Hub on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Please follow us on our social media handles so that when this courses comes, you guys can take advantage of the ASU strike and learn few courses. Thank you very much.
Please, can we just exercise patience for a few minutes? The wife of the governor is almost here, and once she arrives, we'll just have the presentation of the winners, and we'll wrap up today. We'll wrap up here. Okay, I believe they're here. Okay. Okay, so our counselor here has thrown it out that in case anybody, I'm sure we might have questions. We've heard her talk, and we've heard of her accomplishment. Some of us might want clarity on, how her journey has been and the reality about her journey. So if you have any questions while we wait for the wife of the governor, anybody with any question for the counselor? We have young women here. You might want to find out how she did it. First female, I believe. First African. So from Africa to the UK, it's not magic. She's done it and she's doing it. So you might have a question or two for clarity on how she's achieved it Anybody with any question? No question, young ladies? No question? No, don't be shy. You can ask. There's nobody here too that will bite you. You can ask the question. You look like you have a question.
Thank you very much for coming here. My name is Zaina Abubakar. So I would like to know more about your life struggle, your success story, and how you got to where you are today. Thank you.
Okay, you're happy for me to speak. Hi, Excellency. You're welcome. Wife of our Executive Governor. It's a delight to meet you. Thank you for the question that you asked. Well, you might need a whole day, but I'll give you in a nutshell. I did give you a brief about my educational background for starting off in Zaria. So obviously my primary education and first degree university was in ABU, and obviously proceeded to the UK in 1999. I studied politics and international studies, so you can understand why I am in politics. But there is a long road to everything. And I did tell you the three things my dad left for me. It wasn't the easiest of times, but with determination and resilience, you can achieve anything you want to be. And that's why I was telling you about the importance of education. And as a Northern woman, what's most important is you break the barriers that have been set for you, because people say, no, we can't. And you say to them, why can't I? You know, what's most important is you know what you want to be. Find out, this is what I want to be. What does it take me to be that? Surround yourself with mentors, people who would hold your hands and lead you to your destination, because on your own, you can't do it. Yeah. Ensure that the courses and the trainings that you heard Sim mention, all the courses that they've got in KadaHive. Now, all in KadaHive, all of you now, lots of you from the university are on strike. Is that correct? Right. I'll tell you, when I was in Zaria, I spent 7 years studying a 4-year course. I could have studied medicine because it's 7 years, but I was doing a 4-year and we spent 7 years. But the period whilst we were waiting at home, I decided to learn how to sew. And I was sewing so well that I was able to raise my fees to go to the UK by just simply sewing. I was going to lots of high schools in Abuja at the time and getting contracts on making school uniforms. And in 1999, I was able to raise £10,000 from just sewing. And that took me to the UK because I had just lost my dad. So what I'm trying to say to you is, if you are determined to do anything, you can. And let nothing, but what you need to do is that skill. We're here because of writing. Some people, I mean, you have Nigerian writers who are on the world platform today. Chimamanda Adichie. I'm specifically talking to the women today because the statistics that shows our literacy level as Northern women is appalling. So we need to stand up and challenge that and break that status quo, because I know we're highly very intelligent women. So to the young woman who's asked that question, you know, I'm happy to exchange my details with you and I can tell you more about my life's journey, but it's more or less more about determination and believing that you can, okay? Don't let anything stop you from achieving your dreams. All you need to do is just make sure you equip yourself and surround yourself with the right people to see you through. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the wife of the governor and also one of the people behind this, architect Hadiza El-Rufai. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you very much for being a part of the program, and thank you very much for everything YELF is doing. We appreciate you here in Kaduna. So let's go straight to we all understand that there was a competition, and from the competition, there are winners. Some of the winners are here virtually, while some are here physically. The first category is the art poster category. We have Williams Idowu from All Saints Anglican Nursery and Primary School in Ogun State. He won there's a cash prize for him, as well as 3 months art workshop by Orode Art Academy. Please, a round of applause for him. Still the same category, art poster. That's from Chuku Udom, James Hope College in Lagos State. He too also has 3 months art workshop by Orode Art Academy, but no cash prize. Okay, they said they might be online. So do we have either Williams Idowu or Esom Chuku Udom? Okay, while we're trying to confirm that, let's move on. There is Mr. Isaac Oluwa Pemilayo. Very deep name, but Mr. Isaac in Lagos also won 3 months art workshop by Orode Art Academy. And last is Greywood Christine, Alheri Pathway Academy in Abuja. Also 3 months art workshop by Orode Art Academy. Any of them are like? Okay, please a round of applause for them. The next category is the essay writing, and we have Owolabi Zainab Ayomide from Ibeju Agbe Senior High School in Ibeju, Lagos. She won, there's a cash prize for her and a creative writing workshop, anthology, as well as receiving literature books by Narrative Landscape Press. Please a round of applause for her. Also, the essay writing Akinwale Abosede from the Methodist High School Junior in Aribado in Ogun State. She's going to receive creative writing workshop, anthology, as well as receive literature books by the Narrative Landscape Press. She's also virtual. But now we have Winifred Jeffia Onyechi from Zamani College here in Kaduna State. Creative writing workshop, essay in anthology, as well as receiving literature books by Narrative Landscape Press. I believe she's here present today. Okay. Please, please come. We need her for her. Please just acknowledge her as she comes out, please. So it's nice to see someone from Kaduna. I was just seeing Ogun, Lagos, Ogun. Yes, Winifred Onyechi Chefe. Please, I would like to, if you could kindly help us make this presentation. Well, the camera crew, please be on standby. Please, a round of applause for her, please. Still in the essay writing. Still in the essay writing category, we have Oforum Bakuruchi. I believe I got that right. Sincere apologies if I murdered the name, but from Enugu State, also creative writing workshop, an essay in anthology by Narrative Landscape Press. And finally, from the essay writing category, we have Nathaniel Baba of Akin Model College in Lagos, also creative writing workshop, and an essay in anthology by Narrative Landscape Press. Moving on quickly to the next, which is short story. We have Mr. Samuel Damilare Omojo from the Methodist High School Junior in Aribajo, Abeokuta, Ogun State. He won. He'll be going home with cash prize and also a creative writing workshop. e-anthology and literature books by Narrative Landscape Press. Another, we have Asha Olanrewaju Atoyebi from Kaduna Preparatory School here in Kaduna State. It's nice to see Kaduna coming up in the list. Please, okay. Okay. All right, please, camera team. Continue making mommy and daddy proud. Please, a round of applause for him as he goes. Still from the short story category, we have Edem Eddie Favor, Surulere Girls Junior Secondary School in Lagos State, creative writing workshop and an essay in e-anthology by Narrative Landscape Press. Moving on quickly, we have Zainab Ibrahim Bala here in Kaduna State. Okay, yes, another Kaduna State. Okay, please, we'd like to ask the wife of the governor to help us in this presentation. Please, can we have the certificate? No, can you go this way? Let me call her. So this is Zainab Ibrahim Bala of Yusuf Meitama Sulekano. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And finally, from the short story category, we have Olajide Zion Ini Olua in Lagos State. I believe should be virtual, but if not, please, thank you very much. Moving on to the poetry category, we have Ayodeji Stephen Adekambi of the University of Ibadan. He's representing Abuja. He has a cash prize and 1 year mentoring and CV workshop with the industry professionals. I believe he's virtually connected. We have Sonaye Anuluwa. Hope I got that well as well. Content writer in Oyo State, also a 1 year mentoring, CV workshop, and poem in e-anthology. Still from poetry, we have Uzoka Dorothy. I believe she should be here. Okay. Uzoka Dorothy of Akin Model School in Lagos. We have Onismus James. Onismus James. I think that's it. Okay. Please, a round of applause for him. He's a writer and IT officer at Educational Department in the Catholic Archdiocese of Kaduna State, and poem in e-anthology and narrative by, thank you very much, Ma. Camera team. Okay. All right, thank you very much, Ma. The other winners are all virtual, so I'll just acknowledge them. We have Okoro David Uke of the Federal University of Technology in Owerri, Imo State. Abdullahi Oloyede of University of Lagos. Then moving to the spoken word category, we have 2 winners here. We have Medukam Waka, a postgraduate. We're going on a 1 year mentoring and CV workshop with industry professionals, as well as Oketola Daniel Rere Lua of God of Seed Monastery School in Ogun State. 1 year cash prize and 1 year mentoring and CV workshop with industry professionals. They're not here physically, but please let's appreciate them by a round of applause for them. So at this point, I would like to call on the wife of the governor of our great state, Kaduna State, architect Hadiza El-Rufai, for her goodwill message. Please, a round of applause for her.
Thank you very much. It's really my pleasure to be here today. I'm quite impressed. I really didn't know that something like this existed. And from what I can see, the competition you did cut across different age groups. And it's quite impressive. I think we should encourage our people to be more creative. I see you have prizes in essay writing, creative writing, which is very good. And it's actually part of what is very close to my heart, because I run a foundation that does similar things. We do workshops for young people, teach them about creative writing, and we also do competitions. So I'm really happy to be here. And for the participants, I'll say congratulations, even those that have not won prizes. I think even being able to be bold enough to put out your work out there, I think is something that is commendable. All I tell people that want to write is just keep writing. The more you write, the better you become. And apart from writing, if you want to be a writer, you have to read. You have to read widely, read everything you come across. You will find some times when you read a book that has even been published, honestly, you know that you can even do better than that, you know? So in your course, while you are reading, you will come across bad writing, good writing, but I think you will learn from both. So please, those of you that are interested in writing, keep writing, and one day I'm sure you will achieve your goals. Thank you very much.
All right, and finally, I'd like to call on Ms. Zara Yunusa. I believe she's around, all right, for her closing remarks. Please, a round of applause for her. She's one of the minds behind this gathering here today.
Thank you very much, MC. Good afternoon. It's afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zara Yunusa, and I was the former hub manager, actually, here at KadaHive. And then when I was here was when we started this event, right? And it was really interesting, right? Because during Earth Day, when we were distributing flyers and posters, we just had this amazing lady. I'm glad I'm calling her amazing today, because after all we went through to put this together. But it was Afrikindness reaching out to us to say, oh, I see what you're doing, and I'm here in UK and we're doing something similar. Can we collaborate? And I'm like, oh, wow, right? The power of social media. And that is why when you're doing anything, it's very important that you put your all into it, right? Because if she didn't see these strides that we're already making, if we're waiting for a collaboration to start, this wouldn't have happened. And then when she did, of course, we're really, excited about it. And then we came together. And as at that time, we didn't have anything. Okay, how are we going to get the cash prize? And we're like, you know what, let's just not worry about that now, right? This is very important. And we know that these young people have amazing ideas that we can put into writing and share with the world. Because the issue of Earth Day pollution is important, and it affects everyone. And we want to create this awareness right from when they're young, to know that they are an important part of the society, and that we all have a part to play, because the Earth is our home, right? I don't know if you guys have any other place, maybe Mars or Jupiter with Elon Musk or something. But then, right, this is our home, and we need to be intentional about it. We need to be intentional about taking care of the environment. And fortunately, I was also one of the judges. So when I went through it and I saw the ideas from these young people, I was really impressed. And with everything, every time I go through it, I'm glad that we did this. So thank you to all the participants. Thank you to all the winners. We actually have gifts for the participants, mostly books, because like the First Lady has mentioned, if you want to be a writer, a good writer, you need to read, right? So we have books for everyone. I would like to appreciate you. And just to give a brief overview to the First Lady, because she missed the introductions, right? So we had various categories basically for this competition, and it was opened to all the states in Nigeria. So 36 states. So see the number from Kaduna that got to the finals. Please clap for yourselves. I was very, very proud of you. We had entries from all over. And to get this number of winners from Kaduna State, I would say that we really did awesome. And congratulations to to winners from all the states. You guys did really awesome. Well done. So it was opened to children. So we had different categories. For the junior categories, it was aged between 12 and 17. And then we have for the senior categories between 18 and 25 years. And then the children sections, between 8 and 11. So we didn't think that it was fair to just lump everybody because they would not do well together. So we just categorized them and then they won based on their categories. And then we had the poster and arts category. We had the short story category and the essay. That's what we have. So on behalf of Afrikindness, KadaHive, YELF, we're still expecting some books from YELF. So I'm glad that you're here. We'll follow up with Abdul Hamid. All right, thank you very much, Ma. So we say a very big thank you to all the participants and everybody that are here today. To all the families, thank you for pushing our young ones to participate in this. We're really proud of them, and we know that they'll make us proud because we need a direction in this country. So we're happy to know that we have really smart ones among them with foresight to move this country to greater heights. To our special guests, thank you so much. I'm sure it's not easy to find time to attend this event, and we appreciate your presence here. Thank you for making this day special and making their day special. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I believe we'll move to pictures now, right? Okay.
All right, thank you. So I believe the camera crew are ready. We are ready. So please, we would like to have a quick picture of the special guest. Thank you very much. So please, yes, ma'am. Please, we need you. Yes, the first is just the special guest, and we have two special guests seated at the high table. Ma, please. It keeps reflecting.
I know.
Please, judges on standby. Yeah, judges. How many the judges, please? We need you with the special guest. Judges, you're representing Mr. Eugene, so special guest and the judges. Please, the winners be on standby. Winners next. Now it's time for the winners. Let's celebrate the winners. Winners, please come. Please, let's appreciate them as they. All right, so we need the winners first, then the family members, please be on standby so that once we're done. Winners. Winner. No, you can. Yeah, someone. Yes. All right, so we can have the family members of the winners join Family members, please join. Family members. Hmm? I'm going with the sent here. See what they sent.
Number 8.
Please, the judges. Judges, please, can you join in the next set of pictures? Judges. Yes, the judges, please. Yes, okay, the judges are tall, so yes, that's good. We can. All right. Partners. Partners, we need representatives from YELF, KadaHive, and Afri. Partners, partners, partners. Partners, partners. YELF present, KadaHive. And Afrikindness. So Afrikindness, YELF, KadaHive, please. Okay. Afrikindness will be properly represented. Even though she's online, she's virtually part of this. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Last set of pictures. Information reaching me is that everybody would like to have pictures with a special guest. Oh, was she taking downstairs? Okay. So the skill tech graduating students. I think that's the last.
Okay, and just to add that the skill tech students are those that are making very good use of the ASU strike to gain one form of IT skills or the other. They wanted to have a picture and we're inviting them. Thank you.
My mouth, you have scratched my mouth.
No, here first. Women in tech, please come out. I thought you said. Okay, this looks like a crowd. Should we do it class by class? Okay, so the first class, animation, right? Okay, so animation, are we here? Okay, so animation. So that we'll see you in the picture and you'll be arguing, it's me. Just check. Please, let's be quick about it. Our special guests have so much to do. I think you need to squat a bit. Nadine, yes, aha. Good. Next class, web development. Web development, are you here? You guys, they are waiting for you. It's not like web development, are we here?
UI UX.
Okay, next, content writing. Please keep it down so that they can hear me. Content writing, are you here? Okay, star girl. Where are they? Let's move it. Data science. Data science, are we here? Should we move? Where are they? All right, data science. Do we have UI UX? Okay. UI UX. I hope I didn't leave out anybody. Is there any class? Please give them space. Who else?
Content writing, motion graphics, web development.
And that's what you just said.
Work has finished.
Next class. So who else? Row by row. Okay. All right, Zara and special guest.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, for being a part of today. From the organizers, Afrikindness.
Okay, so we're going to we've wrapped up. So are our guests still online? Okay, so thank you everyone. All right, so we'll move downstairs and take a general group pictures.